Well, it is election day in America. Polls are open now on both sides of the state line.
Yeah, now we're counting down to when they close. We are 10 hours, 57 minutes away from the first polls closing in our area at 7. If you are in line at 7, you can vote.
And we're already seeing lines at the polls this morning. Check out this video from the Northland Cathedral in Kansas City, Missouri, sent to us by, well, a KMBC 9 News producer, Brianna Johnson. You're never off work, right?
That's right.
You can see the line wrapping around the building. Thanks for sending that.
Local race getting national attention is the race for a U.S. Senate seat in Kansas between Republican Roger Marshall and Democrat Barbara Boyer. Now, they are fighting for the seat left vacant by retiring Republican Senator Pat Roberts. Voters in Kansas' 2nd Congressional District also have a big decision to make today. District covers most of eastern Kansas outside of the metro. Incumbent Republican Steve Watkins lost in the primary, so the race is now between Republican State Treasurer Jake LaTurner and Democrat and Topeka Mayor Michelle De La Isla.
Well, with Election Day here, it's good to remember to be patient. Okay, there's a good possibility that we won't know the winners tonight, especially if there are close races, and that's locally, that's also across the country. KMBC 9's Matt Evans is live at a polling place in Overland Park with what we can expect tonight. Matt?
Donna, polls open now across the state of Kansas and Missouri, but a record number of people have already cast their ballot, both here locally and across the country, as Election Day is finally here. When it comes to the numbers in Kansas, more than 770,000 Kansans have already cast that ballot. Advanced voting ahead of Election Day today. That just shatters the early voting numbers of 2016. It also accounts for roughly 40% of the registered voters in the entire state, but there are still more than 85,000 mail-in ballots that have not been returned in the state of Kansas, and those ballots could arrive as late as Friday and still be counted, meaning some races may just be too close to call on election night. Many states, like Pennsylvania, they have similar rules to Kansas. Like in Pennsylvania, ballots that arrive by Friday, postmarked by today, can be counted. It also means that that presidential election, it could be too close to call tonight as well.
If Pennsylvania is going to decide the election and we don't know it early, it's going to take a lot longer to get to a decisive winner or hear an acceptance speech or a concession speech. I think we'll probably be waiting on those past Tuesday night. Now, how much longer? Are we talking this month? Are we talking this week? Are we talking on Wednesday? I don't know that I'd care to wager a guess.
Even though Kansas law requires if a ballot is postmarked by today and arrived at the election office by Friday, it will be counted. However, election officials across the state are saying if you still have one of those mail-in ballots in your hands today, don't mail it. Instead, bring it yourself if you can to a ballot drop box to your local election office. You can also bring that ballot to a polling place before 7 o'clock tonight to make sure that that vote gets counted. Reporting live in Overland Park this morning, Matt Evans, KMBC 9 News.
Thank you, Matt. On the Missouri side, the big race is for governor. It sees Republican incumbent Mike Parson, who took office after Eric Greitens resigned in 2018, face off against Democratic candidate and current Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway.
We've mentioned Arrowhead Stadium, really that transformation that they've done to make this into a polling place today, and that's going well. Baseball fans have a spot too in Kansas City.
Not to be outdone. Let's go to KMBC 9's Martin Augustine live this morning to show us what's going on. Hi.
Good morning, Donna. We're in the 18th and Vine District, and this back here is the Kansas City Urban Youth Academy, which, of course, is almost all about baseball because today it's about voting. It's a big polling place, one of the big ones here in Kansas City. At 6 o'clock this morning, there was a big line coming out of there. Now it's much more steady, in and out, casual. If you haven't voted yet and you wanted to vote here, and you are a registered voter in the Kansas City Election Board District, you could come right down here, vote, get in and out of here pretty quickly. So what is going on here? Well, there are some precincts specifically assigned to this location here. But the Kansas City Election Board, which is Kansas City, Missouri, within Jackson County, has made all of its polling places this year central polling locations, meaning as long as you're a registered voter in Kansas City, Missouri, within Jackson County, you could go to any of the polling places within Kansas City, Missouri, and cast your ballot. Why are they doing this? Well, one, there's expected to be a large turnout today, and so that's going to take some pressure off of polling places across the board, but also because of the pandemic, the voting organizers, they want to make sure that social distancing is a little bit more easy to manage, and by opening up all the places, they feel like they can do that. Again, take a look here at the Youth Academy. You see the folks out there handing out pamphlets as people walk in to vote. But for people who do vote, they can come back out, get something to eat and a cup of coffee at no charge to them. All a tip of the cap for voting today. The Kansas City Royals organization heavily involved with this. Royals employees have the day off from work, and they are helping volunteer here just to make the voting experience smoother, a little more enjoyable for people coming down. Reporting live, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
That is nice. Martin, thank you. Well, we've been talking about record-setting turnout among voters this year. I want to show you this picture. This was sent to us in our 6 o'clock hour of First News. First of all, gorgeous picture, right? Yeah, Sharon Hawley sent this to us. It shows the end of the line at her voting spot. This is on the Missouri side. Now, she said that when she took this, the line was still growing. And get this was at 6:07 this morning, so 7 minutes after the polls opened. She followed up with me, Sharon did, and told me that it took her about an hour and 10 minutes to vote. So not all but bad.
Yeah, beautiful twilight picture there. Voters in Missouri's 4th Congressional District have another big decision to make. They're going to be picking a representative in the House. 4th District covers a wide area, including Cass, Boone, Bates counties, among others. Incumbent Republican Vicky Hartzler faces off against Democrat Lindsey Simmons and Libertarian Steve Coons. Hartzler took the seat in 2010 and has held it ever since. You know, the pandemic cannot stop an Election Day tradition. The first ballots are already in from the tiny towns of Dixville Notch and Millsfield, New Hampshire. They announced their results overnight, as tens of millions of other Americans are headed to the polls right now. Jared Hills in our Washington bureau with a look ahead to the big day.
At least 98 million Americans have already cast their ballots, and despite the pandemic, some cold weather, as well as long lines, millions more are expected to turn out today and cast their votes. So far, Democrats have been leading in early voting, while Republicans are expected to turn out more today on actual election day. The focus tonight is on just a handful of battleground states. The campaign spent yesterday bouncing across the likes of Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, North Carolina, and especially Pennsylvania. That traditionally blue state went for Trump in 2016, but is trending for Biden now, although within the margin of error. And that is the reality amongst most of those swing states. So it could really be anybody's game at this point, and both of the camps are still stressing folks turn out to the polls.
It's time to rebuild the backbone of this country, the middle class, and this time bring everybody along.
With your vote, we will continue to cut your taxes, cut regulations, support our great police.
This morning, there's a temporary so-called non-scalable wall around the White House as businesses in cities board up the windows, anticipating protests once the results are called. But it's really important to remember here that with so many absentee and mail-in ballots expected to come in, and those potentially being counted after the day of in-person votes, it could still be a bit of time before we know the official results, so be patient. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jared Hill.
You can count on us for all of your Election Day coverage, information, results this evening. We have information on polling places near you. You can read up on the big races, big issues, and more at KMBC.com. And of course, as we said tonight, after 7, after the polls close, we'll have results as they come in online at KMBC.com. Just look for the Commitment 2020 tab.